And now we're going to go into the Model T hill climb. Model T hill climb, they were staged in Long Beach on Signal Hill. They would block this off, I guess, about once a month. And I had a gentleman look at this segment here. He used to race back then. And he said these films were probably shot in the early 60s. He didn't think they went any earlier than that. Little speedster right here, number 2, is run by Doc Pruden. He run a Fronty dual overhead cam engine in it. And he's a dentist profession. He's still around. And they had a Fronty dual overhead cam engine in that little speedster. Some of the cars couldn't make it to the top, and they weren't supposed to turn around. They were supposed to back up because they were so top heavy or so tall. They were afraid they would roll down the hill. And I think this gentleman here broke the rule, and they probably got on him on that because he couldn't make it, so he turned around and drove down. But they really weren't supposed to do that. They were supposed to either make it to the top or just back it down. You know. But it's kind of fun watching these old cars. Some of the cars had some pretty good hefty engines. Here's the John Law waiting to take after him. Here's Doc Pruden doing a little tire swapping on his car. That's some pretty exotic engines back in those old Model Ts. Some of them look like Offie engines with the dual overhead cam conversions, the Rileys, the Fronties, the Kragers they had on the old Model Ts. Would put out a lot of horsepower. Just waiting to take off and put the guys in jail. That old motorcycle back there waiting to nail. Everything's all era clothing, and I went to a couple of these over there, and it was kind of neat. This yellow Roadster right here has a Model B engine in it. Got two carburetors on it. I don't know if he's racing it. There's a little one for the junior one to have some fun with. Well, the old Model T, they didn't turn out a lot of RPM, but they run pretty strong, though. They had a lot of low-end torque. We're going to see a car in a minute here run by number 7, run by Howard Lucky Ginrich. And he's the one who's driving the forces, one of the driving forces behind the running of the hill climb. And my source of information tells me that he's still around and a teacher in the Signal Hill area. So that's when you see car number 7. Run by Howard Ginrich. He's still around having fun racing the Model Ts. They stopped doing this, the fellow told me about 5 or 6 years ago, and they tried to get it going again, but I guess they ran into some liability problems, and it kind of nipped it in the bud. Here's a little speedster, but if you look under the engine, they had a little problem, like maybe a rod out, and I do mean out. Here's the car we're talking about.